Oftentimes, ritual actions can help assist our emotional acceptance of a loss, which is one of the great things about our Catholic faith. We have that built in really well in these moments of sorrow. That's why we have wakes and funerals, burial services at the cemetery to assist during those times of mourning. Sometimes, unfortunately, family members may not want to do that because they don't want to face the pain of the grief. But these rituals place us firmly in connection with those emotions so that we can face them and work through them while we have others around us in our communities to support us. Other kind of ritual moments too, like going and visiting the cemetery, offering masses for the dead, things like Memorial Day, all those kind of ritual actions to help us to be able to not only recall our loved ones, but also to continue to accept emotionally the loss. So with this pastoral planning process, there may be moments in which we can incorporate some kind of rituals that will help us in making tough transitions perhaps a little bit easier. First thing that comes to my mind is when priests are moved, when you have a change of pastors. Maybe you've grown in great relationship with a priest and you're sorry to see him go. And, certain rituals like a goodbye event, or also a ritual of being able to install the new priest as pastor. These can help us to go through with a kind of ritual to assist us in that kind of time of transition. I can say for myself in my move this year, I've had to go through some grieving of the thought of leaving people that I've come to know and love, even though I know in theory that I'll come to know and love new people where I'm going. It still is a kind of loss and a kind of grieving that I go through as part of that. With this pastoral planning process, it could be, for example, when a parish has to change alignment with one family of parishes to another family of parishes, and leaving its previous connections with those communities that it's come to know for new ones. And so maybe we can do some kind of ritual that will help us to make that transition. Maybe it's the transition when it comes to Mass schedules. Some kind of ritual to be able to go from a previous schedule to a new schedule. I don't know exactly what that might look like, but we can think through about what might be helpful for people. One of the more difficult moments may be when a parish may no longer have a weekend Mass. And so some kind of ritual, perhaps maybe during the last time of a Sunday Mass, something to make it particular and special for that moment. Especially if it's a moment in the future where a parish decides that it should close. That too, we need to have rituals to be able to go through that kind of loss and mourning. As well as maybe it's just simply the ending of a long-held tradition or some kind of event that a parish has done for a while, and a realization has come that, maybe we should move on to something new. Is there some way in which we can celebrate, commemorate these kinds of moments? So we learn from our faith that incorporating ritual is something that can help us in times of loss and to be able to go through the tasks of mourning. And so we want to think through what kind of rituals will help us in this journey of faith.